Capricorns, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me. This message is for any Capricorn sun, moon, and rising, but also if you have Capricorn in a particular house or planet that you need clarity on, then this message is also for you. Also, if this does resonate, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Now, the message that came through was very exciting when I was clearing your cards. A lot of hopeful energy, a lot of optimism, okay, which we definitely all need. At the time I'm recording this, it is August. There is a lot of drama in the collective, but that drama can also spice up our life a little bit, right? And so I do get this really exciting energy for you, especially when it comes to relationships. It could be even just the relationship you have with yourself, right? That your higher self and your shadow, that relationship with the duality within you, and having an understanding coming through. A big clarity, right? A big clarity, a big karmic shift because of a lesson with Saturn and connected to Pluto. Now remember, all of that Pluto energy, the transformation of power, how we see power dynamics in the collective, how we see our own internal power. Like I said, there's a lot of liberation and optimism for you this week. So I'm excited to see what the tarot has to say about that, because this is a time to really liberate yourself. And if you are watching this during Leo season, as I'm recording this, just remember it's all about that main character energy, right? But that main character energy, understanding that everybody has that main character energy. I think that's the most important thing, is like your main character energy can't affect other people's main character energy. It's just like the really big important message. So let's see what we got going on for Capricorns. But also too, when it comes to the Saturn lesson and it comes to judgment, answering that wake-up call, we have to understand that we choose our battles wisely, okay? During this time, and again, as I'm recording this, there's a lot of retrograde. We got Mercury retrograde. We have Neptune retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Chiron retrograde, and a lot of choosing your battles wisely and having strong energetic boundaries, but also accepting the lessons and the healing that is coming from Chiron, okay? Chiron in Aries is here to clean out any wounds related to our ego that might be deeply buried. And with that, there might be a major breakthrough that comes through. All right, that we have this aha moment when it comes to our beliefs, when it comes to our communication and understanding of the lessons learned. Wow, this is interesting. So, overall energy for this week is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is ruled by summer. So if you are watching this during this time, right now you might be having that spark within you of really wanting to get out there and explore the things that you're passionate about. And remember to always listen to your inner child, but remind your inner child that you are safe, okay? Because it's fascinating. I get this feeling of wanting to break free from something. So we'll get some more clarity. But it's very interesting to see the Page of Wands in the overall energy, but the Ace of Wands in the area of what you need less of. So you really want to explore the things that ignite that flame within you, your passion, your creativity. We want to think about the ways that we do this, though, is the message that I'm getting, okay? Because what we need more of, and what the universe is gifting you, is the Death card. Now, this is ruled by Scorpio. This is all about transformation. And what's so fascinating here is this rose is gonna bloom when we finally accept and discard some sort of belief. It can be a routine, right? Like we prevent ourselves from allowing this energy in because of the type of routine we have. Or this is dominant energy where we are allowing this to take precedent over other things in our life, okay? So when we get the clarifies, we'll clarify more. However, this is a big release. So something this week is really allowing you to see the clarity of releasing whatever this is that you're holding on to, that you've been holding on to. Again, seeing that Saturn and Pluto, there's something here to a karmic lesson and your personal power and your understanding of power dynamics that is going to be very, very, very liberating, okay? And also, I get this Knight here. It's fascinating to see the Knight, because this Knight is telling me that, like, there is so much confidence that's going to come from discarding this. And this is broken record energy is what I'm getting, okay? So when I see it in this position of what you need more of and what the universe is gifting you, there's going to be something that is going to give you the opportunity to put something to rest. All right, put something to rest so something new can grow is really the message that's coming. Okay, so I think I'm going to, I didn't even say this yet. Put something to rest so something can grow. Reminder, it is Mercury retrograde while I'm recording this. Now, in the area of what you need less of and what you could give to others, see the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands also ruled by summer. So that's why I said I don't necessarily think this is in the idea of like, get out there and explore. I think that it's actually an escapism energy that comes from this, like this inner child escapism, because you're seeing this in the area of what you need less of. Like, yes, this is the overall energy, but you need less of this. And the Ace of Wands is that idea of like a new direction and like seizing the day and like going out there and like starting something new. And this is where it's saying like this wand that you're holding, your inner child is holding it out of fear. And that's a very interesting message. Okay, so let's clarify, but your ships are coming in, okay? So that's the thing, like I said, you have this optimism. It just takes that there's this idea of like how you channel that energy. Okay, so Page of Wands clarified by the Lovers. So this reason for this urge to do this is because of a relationship. Now, the Lovers is ruled by Gemini. Remember, we got a lot of Gemini energy happening while I'm recording this. There's Mars in Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini. We have a lot of expansion. Also, take a look at what house Gemini rules, if it has anything to do with relationships, and if you have any planets, especially like Venus. Because I think that there's something here with relationships that has us feel this need to do something that we're passionate about, like as a form of escapism, which is very interesting. But also too, the Lovers, I want you to remember too, like, is that relationship you have with yourself. Okay, so never forget that. Now, the Death card clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So the Three of Pentacles is your energy. Three of Pentacles is Mars and Capricorn. And so there is this message of how you assert yourself. There's a belief or a routine that there's two cardinals in the tree right now, too, that are playing. So seeing that with these red wings, there's also a message that like you can always call upon people who are looking over you, like especially, if you have a loved one who has passed, like allow yourself some time to sit quietly and like just call on them, especially before you go to sleep. Okay, but getting back to this, there's this idea of making sure like where you're focusing your energy is so important. All right, and like Capricorn, you are that slow energy of like you have the dedication to wait patiently for something to manifest, right? And so there's this idea of I'm getting this lack of confidence within you to take that wand independently. This is almost giving me like a codependency energy. Okay, so let's clarify. Why is the Ace of Wands in the area of what you need less of? Seven of Wands and 10 of Swords. Okay, so a lot of how you assert yourself. So there's something here that we can put to rest with how we assert ourselves. Okay, this is Mars and Leo. All right, and then 10 of Swords is Sun and Gemini, going back to the idea that this is Gemini here. So there's this idea of, this is a card of taking a stand for what you believe in, and look at, she's holding that one wand. The Page of Wands is holding that one wand. And so this is something that we have learned from probably childhood of how we assert ourselves, that we want to surrender. Okay, so 10 of Swords is a card of surrendering. A fresh start is coming, but that fresh start is going to come from releasing whatever this is. Okay, and it could be a Scorpio, honestly, in your life. So let's get an empowering question here for Capricorns. Also, Capricorns, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and share this with somebody. Oh, I love this. So this is perfect for you, Capricorns. Okay. What does happiness mean to me? So this is where we got to focus in on when all of this energy bubbles up. I want you to ask yourself, what does happiness mean to me? And why is that? And please, if you don't have that shadow work journal, get that shadow work journal. It is the best. It takes less than 5 minutes a day of these writing prompts. It's like Mad Libs for your shadow side, for your inner child, right? To let it know it's safe. And so I just want you to ask yourself, what does happiness mean to me? And what is preventing me from my happiness? Okay. And then after that, go a step further. All right. So this is fascinating because, like I said, this is very much attached to relationships. But the most important thing is that it's your relationship with yourself and how that affects your relationship with others. Okay. That's the big message here this week. So please ponder on that. And yeah, very exciting energy though. If you can discard this, it's going to be very, very a feeling of renewal. Okay, Capricorn. So again, thank you so much for joining me. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this.